Hey boys, it's Dr. Infinity. Welcome back to White Pill Media. Sorry about taking that little break. I just kind of had some stuff piling up with like work. I'm doing a bit of reading, I'm still writing and all that. So sorry about that. But I have a little review for you today. It's going to be a pretty quick video. This is Southern Comfort. It's a 1981 movie. It's an action thriller. This was recommended to me from Mario. So I just want to say thanks for that. If you guys do have recommendations for like whatever, it doesn't have to be a movie or TV show, something for me to check out, like I might check it out. I'm not like guaranteeing it, but feel free to post it under whatever video. This review is going to have full spoilers and everything. I do want to say that I did find Southern Comfort for free on YouTube, which was surprising, but cool. So you can check it out for free. If you're interested, I am going to have that link below for you. The movie's set in the 70s. I think the movie is set during the Vietnam War, and it's about this squad of National Guardsmen that are taking part in this military training exercise in the swamps of Louisiana. All right, we have Powers Booth. He's our main guy. He's Hardin. We have Fred Ward. He's in Tremors, and he's in a lot of other stuff, but Tremors is kind of like his big thing, right? Keith Carradine, I saw him and it's like, I've definitely seen this guy in a few things, and there's like a few other actors in there where it's like, I've seen them in like a couple of things. Spencer is kind of the, I don't know if I'd call him like the class clown of the group, but he's just kind of the smart ass, kind of put together guy, and he has arranged for whores to be waiting for them at the end of the line. Spoilers alert, we will never see those prostitutes. It has them going through this exercise in the swamps, and it's like, it's a pretty like kind of standard action movie with like, here are the guys in the unit, they kind of fall within certain categories of character. They're not like these big giant three-dimensional characters, but it's a good solid action movie. When they end up taking these canoes to cross this river because their maps are out, well, their maps aren't outdated, it's just the river has changed, right? So they have to get across, so they take these canoes that are owned by some Cajuns. And one of the guys is playing a practical joke when the Cajuns show up and they're standing on the shore, and he ends up shooting his gun at the Cajuns, but his gun has blanks. The Cajuns don't know that. So they duck for cover, and then they pop up and they return fire, and they end up killing one of the guys. So, boom. The action starts pretty quick here. And from there, it's this survival thriller where the men are being whittled down slowly, and it's just kind of this impending doom hanging over them. After the sergeant gets killed, they end up finding this shack with this one-armed Cajun in it, and they end up taking him as a, well, not hostage, but a prisoner, and they end up blowing up this shack. So it's like, even if at this point they could, like, walk back this miscommunication with the Cajuns, and like could try to find some peaceful understanding, that is gone now, so now it's like it has to be kill or be killed between them. And we actually have this guy, I think most people know him from Blade Runner, but Byron James, he plays Leon in Blade Runner, right? He's like the main trapper because they end up capturing one of the Cajuns, and he's the one-armed trapper, so I thought it was cool seeing him. It's a little, not sadistic, but just like, this is like pretty fucked up with the Cajuns, just like psychologically fucking with them. They end up leaving out these 8 dead rabbits just hanging in this tree, and there's 8 of them left, and it's like, this is really cool. Later on, we get to see 7 like bear traps that are set out like right in the open. They're like, 7? Why are there 7 traps? There's still 8 of us, but then immediately one of their guys gets killed.
Just like a steel pussy. Damn, man, what kind of women you been hanging out with?
All laid out. 7 of them.
Like rabbits.
There are 8 rabbits.
Then how come there's only 7 of these? Did we lose anybody?
Right after that, it's like fucking sweet. And then, they get in a few like clashes. Some of the men go a little like crazy, which is understandable, because they're only out there for a few days, but you'd have a fucking psychological breakdown too if you're going through any of this shit. But, the Cajuns are cool. We don't get to see too much of the hunters. It's not like Gambit. When you think Cajuns, I'm like, okay, Gambit, that's not so bad. It's like, if it was like Gambit and Rogue, like hunting me down in the wilderness of Louisiana, I'd be like, yeah, this is all right. Like, it's not like quote unquote ideal, but like it could be worse. Like, oh no, it's Rogue. Yeah, all right.
You look nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs.
Have this big showdown it's not like a huge showdown. It's just there's an ambush, and the Cajuns have whittled down their numbers to just Powers Booth, who's Hardin, and then we have the Keith guy who is Spencer. And these are the more level-headed guys of the unit, and they're the only ones left. There's also the crazy guy one of their guys who's gone crazy, and they've tied up, and they have them with him. But the Cajuns have also like dug up the bodies of their squad mates that have been killed and leave them out for them. And I'm like, this is really fucked. But it's good. It's very good. Their friend also gets killed, or the crazy guy gets killed in the night. And the next morning, the one-armed Cajun ends up letting those two go and make a run for it. Because earlier in the movie, Powers Booth saved his life. So it's like there's a little honor there. Which is nice, it's a little deep. Hardin and Spencer, they end up getting a ride to a little Cajun town by some Cajuns, but these are good Cajuns. I really liked it. It's like, I'm not the smartest reviewer out there, for sure, but it's kind of cool because they're riding in the back of this truck, to get into the little town, and they have 2 pigs in the back there in cages, and it's like, what have we seen in the movie? 8 rabbits for 8 squad mates, 7 traps for 7 squad mates, 2 pigs in cages for our 2 last squad mates. It's cool, It's not super deep, but it's cool. I like it. And we get in the little Cajun town. Honestly, the Cajun town, really sweet. Just like, I don't really know anything about Cajuns. I know they're like French people, but it just seems like really nice and just kind of like homey. They just seem like really cool people. I like some of the music they play. I'm going to play some of the music. It's like they get offered beer and food. One of the Cajun girls, dances with Spencer. And yeah, it's a nice little town.
Reason to be paranoid, and so do you. They gotta kill us. We're the only witnesses.
Don't sweat it. They can't pull anything here in front of everybody.
Allons donc say.
Huh?
Allons donc say.
Don't say it.
Don't say.
But as all this is going on, Powers Booth just can't relax, and he's just like staring out the window. And it's like, I think those 2 Cajuns, or I think some of the Cajuns that are hunting us have shown up, as they have to kill them, right? Because if the Cajuns take out these last 2 guys, then there are no witnesses to what was a misunderstanding and just got blown the fuck out of proportion, right? Just a simple little misunderstanding, but here's where we are. They're cutting open the 2 pigs, and they're like pulling out the organs and shit, because they're gonna cook them. And it's like, I've been thinking about like homesteading or just owning some land. It's still something I want to do, but I'm looking at like the guts in the pig, and I'm like, Jesus fuck, man, where's the Bob Evans sausage, man? Where's the bacon, dude? Like, holy hell, I don't know if I want to do that, I don't know if I want that. We have another little shootout between Spencer and Hardin, but they end up getting away, and the army comes in at the end, and the movie just ends super abruptly, We know they're rescued, because like the helicopter's there, there's a Jeep there, so we know they're going to be okay, but it's just like, boom, ends super abruptly, which is fine. Anyway, I don't think the movie's like, oh my god, I have to drop everything and see it now, but like solid action, like thriller movie. definitely hits all those check marks. You have a good cast, yeah, it's just straightforward, good. It's like an hour and 40 minutes. It's free on YouTube, so check it out if you're interested. It's just nice, solid movie. Anyways, I just want to say thanks for watching, and Dr. Infinity out.
Don't leave me here alone! Not without anyone to hate!